Okay, so today, growing artists, we're going to create a self-portrait in the style of the artist we just learned about, Modigliani. And if you were listening to the video, you heard that he was inspired by African masks, which are very long, and he would make the neck very long and exaggerated. He didn't have to make it realistic. So let's get started. We're going to start in pencil, though. I'll use a marker, but in pencil with a U. Right like that. A U, but big. And then a long, long neck. So, and as the neck goes down, it gets a little wider. A bit longer than a realistic neck, right? Okay, and then the shirt line can be another U, or it could be a diagonal line, and a diagonal line. Oh dear, it's still there. Okay. So, diagonal line. Create. And shoulders. Okay. And then the eyes are kind of like the shape of a football. So kind of higher than you would do it normally, because he would do it like a stretch max. A frown and a smile. A frown and a smile. And then he would leave the eyeballs blank sometimes, or fill them in. But I'm doing that for the eyeballs. And then we're going to do the eyebrows above the eye. Just a curve. Uh-oh, there it is. Semicircle. Curve. And then Modigliani usually attaches one part of the nose. Remember, his noses are very, very long. And then I'm going to just bring it over for a long, long nose. And there's a few ways he does the nose. From just doing and over, or my nose is kind of bumpy. I'm going to add my bump nose. And the smile could just be as simple as that. You want to get a little more fancier? Think of the spread out letter M. A spread out letter M. And then make the middle of it so that person can open their mouth. And this is self-portrait. And I have dimples, so I'm going to make 2 lines here. So, if your hair doesn't cover your ears, you need to draw your ears. My hair does, but I'll just draw them anyway so you can see where I would put them. And then your hair. Here we go. So I have bangs and it almost covers my eyebrows. And they're a little zigzaggedy. And then my hair goes to one side and it's very, very long on the other side. Here I am. Lots of ways you can do hair. And I put some pictures on the Google slideshow of hair. I'll show you how I did these. I'll do it tiny. Here we go. So we have the U. Let me make some U's. U. We got the long neck. And then maybe you have bangs and it's kind of zigzaggedy, and maybe your ears show. So then you have it coming up from there, and then this way, and that way, and that might be your hairstyle. Maybe you have a part where your hair doesn't have bangs. It goes from one side to the other. So, from one side to the other. And your ears show. Maybe you got a little curl. And then above. And it just looks like that. Or maybe you have braids. And I like to make braids kind of like a curve and a curve this way, and a curve that way, and a curve this way, and a curve that way. Maybe a little bow. Circle, curve, 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 curve. Circle, bow. What do you want to put there? Something like that. Maybe your hair is shorter. And goes from one side to the other, and above and behind. Or so many hairstyles. Like that. A lot of times when people draw their hair, they forget it right here. You got to make sure you get that hair on the side there. Okay, so when you do a picture of yourself, it is a self-portrait, and we're being inspired by Modigliani. So we're doing it exaggerated with the long neck and the long nose.